Jamieson cracks all the way back in, does. And he's locked in, but what a goal!
Inundated. So popular.
I would be nothing without you holding me up. Now I'm strong enough for both of us, both of us, both of us, both of us. I am a giant. Stand up on my shoulders. Tell me what you see. 'Cause I am a giant. We'll be breaking boulders underneath our feet. I am a giant. Oh, I am a giant. Oh.
Will Jamieson, co-captain with Simo in wing defence, Alistair Pushton in goal defence, and Till Momo in goalkeeper.
Thoughts on the game? What's your prediction, my friend?
Oh, look, my heart is always going to go for the Vics, but I actually think that it's going to be a lot closer than their last encounter. And if Western Australia play like they did last night, it's going to be a very, very good game.
Well, WA have got the ball. They get us underway through McPherson. The umpires for this match, Joel Owen on the far side and Daniel Rowe on this side closest to the cameras. The reserve is Amy Widgecombe. Great start by the West Australian team. Quickly get the ball down. And Gilbard makes no mistake.
And you'll see a bit of that today.
Gilbard, current Sonics player, has been in there the last couple of years. He has developed. We've watched him grow and grow and grow as a player.
Yep, and look, I haven't had the pleasure of playing with him, but watching from the outside looking in, he has just developed into, I would say, one of the best goal shooters that we've got going on at the moment.
Absolutely. The first goal's answered by Desmond O'Willie, the international from Kenya. Played the 2013 World Cup in South Africa for Kenya. We nicknamed him Superman because that man could get a good distance above the ring.
Yes, his vertical leap is very, very impressive.
Nice touch there by Malmo. Victoria on the transition. Simmons gets the ball. Roberts, probably one of the most correct shots you'll ever see is Brodie Roberts' technique.
And nice finish there. They've struggled early this week, and just in terms of the space to pass the ball to O'Willie. He's a little bit different. It's not your typical kind of pass that you'd feed in. It's a bit floaty, just to allow him to get up and over the defenders' heads. But if they can feed him effectively today, I think that will go a long way to them winning.
I was talking to his wife before, Jody, and she was saying how he's going back soon for trials for the Kenyan basketball teams for the Olympics for 2020. So
Yeah, well, he's out here playing the Victorian Basketball League, so yeah, the new little baby on the way, so they'd be very busy at the moment.
Absolutely. So the turnover there gives Western Australia a chance to tie it up early in the first. Do you see the matchup of Malmo on Gilbert as key?
Look, I do. I think he's hard to play against because he's so versatile. He can hold really strongly, but then he's also got that great turn of speed, and his footwork is just incredible. He's got great hands. So anything that you can do to try to just limit the impact that he has. Oh, look at that, a little Harrison hoist.
Yes, we don't see that a lot, and unfortunately the ref didn't allow it. So 2-2, we've played 2.5 in the first. Both teams sorting each other out. McPherson to get us going again.
And a nice intercept, nice first ball, and then just probably needed to steady. Had heaps of room to balance then, did Alistair.
Punchin didn't have to rush that at all.
And backs it up with another great tip and good pick up by Matt Doyle.
So Doyle, you said's come up from the 23s?
Yeah, so he's actually come up from the reserve competition, and he's been in the high performance squad that we have in Victoria. So actually started off as a training partner and then came in as a permanent member once Eli Harrison was unavailable due to injury. So yeah, great opportunity for him.
He's had a bad run with injuries, Eli.
Yeah, he has, unfortunately. Obviously being a really great mate of mine, it's just a bit of a shame. But he hasn't retired, unlike me. He is still hoping to get back out there next year.
Well, that's good news you retired, because those 5 MVPs that you keep winning every year, give someone else a chance, mate.
Unless they change the style of the competition to one game a day, I'll come back, but not to 2.
So
This old body won't handle it.
I reckon he could still do it. Guy, one of the greats of our sport. If we had a Hall of Fame, he'd be in it. 25 tests for Australia, 5 MVPs at national titles. One of the best.
Just very lucky to play with some great teams over the years.
And ridiculously modest, it appears. Coached against the man, and you're the one we couldn't stop. So,
oh, well done.
Tim Malmo with the ball.
Really impressed with Tim Elmo and Al down there in the defence end for Vix. They've just putting a bit of doubt and working a double on Jerome and then also coming off. So yeah, it's working well early.
I watched the game last night against Queensland where the mighty WA team got up, the Thunder, and they played a different tactic on Junior Levy. They came off him. Like normally teams body up on Junior, which is not the best tactic in the world because he's such a big, strong young fella. He can, pretty much hold his own against anyone in the world. And these guys came off and just threw doubt in the Queensland feeder's mind. Is that the tactic you play against big people? Yeah,
I think so. And I think when we did have success when I was back playing, is when we did have Mero Clough back in the day and even Al the last couple of years, is when they were off the body, putting a bit of doubt into where that space is. And we know Junior loves to find a body, so if you don't give him that, he's got nothing to set up on.
So different tactic here tonight because they are bodying up on Desmond.
He does play a bit of a different game, coming from that real basketball background. He looks to set screens particularly high in the goal third, but he looks like he's just adjusted his game slightly. I must say we've had a bit of a chat with him over the last couple of days just about his positioning, so hopefully it's going to pay off today.
And you're still involved with the Victorians? Like you come down and coach a bit? You're around the group?
Yeah, so like to stay involved. Obviously I've got some great mates out there, so I think I've only missed the one game so far this week.
Cool.
I like to let them have their own space though as well. They've got to develop and learn on their own, but I've got a great relationship with Christina Popolo, who's the coach still, and we have some good chats on and off the court, so it's great.
Cool. Well, whatever you're doing in Victoria, it seems to be working because you just have a factory of good players coming out one after the other. Yeah,
and hopefully we'll just keep developing as well. We've actually developing a new program, the Boys Junior Academy, so they'll come together and the 12 to 16-year-olds, we've got 12 players that are joining that program to get some coaching from myself and former Sonics player Greg Heinrich as well. So hopefully they prepare for 17 and under selections later in the year.
Absolutely. So Victoria here lead by 1. A little bit scrappy at times, but the quality has been quite good for the first quarter here. With the jump shot, no goal. He's going for contact on the arms, I feel, Guy.
I'm not
Bringing
sure
the ball up.
about
It's definitely a contact call.
Not sure about that one, but we'll let Joel Owen interpret that one.
Yeah. Victorians flooding the mid-third, making it difficult for Western Australia. Gilbert comes out to Dent. Been quiet so far, Dent, this match. He'll take this shot, though. And nothing but net. Quality player, Dent.
Yeah, I spoke to him after the game last night, and they were very happy with their win, but he did say that he felt like he needed to lift his shooting accuracy and just to release that pressure from Gilbert at times. So I know that's one of his goals today.
Doesn't mind a long bomb.
Nice tip there by Al. He's just very crafty, and he really does lead that attack end down there. Lots of experience. And hopefully we get to see some of those amazing ball skills on show today. Nice long shot.
While we're talking about him, back-to-back long bombs there from Dent. Yet to miss. Sorry, he's missed one early. So he's 3 from 4. Brodie Roberts feeds it into the big man, double teamed. Superman gets up, makes no mistake. Margin 2. We've played 8. Sorry, 6 all, my apologies, and we've played 8.
You can just see on that ball when Brodie Roberts sent that in to O'Willie, it's just it's a bit of a different pass. You probably don't see it in conventional netball where it just kind of flighted into the air. But that vertical leap, just being able to get up and pluck that ball.
The elevation is amazing. Dent again, 3 in a row for the big man. He's just draining the long bombs, and as you say, takes the pressure off Gilbert.
And it just makes the defensive pair just, you know, have to change it up slightly. They know that if Dent's going to sink them from long range, they've got to go to him, which then might open up Gilbert for some easy balls.
Brodie Roberts with that very impressive style.
Could have been a replay ball there, but not quite.
Oh, it's more a juggle. That's okay, isn't it?
He's Victorian, it's okay with me.
Sorry. Oh dear. I hope we do a game when Queensland are playing. You'll see the real me.
I could give it back to you after all those years of you commentating me.
So, nothing but respect, my friend. So,
there you go, there's those ball skills. Nice quick goal-to-goaler pass.
we talk about Gilbert. He'd have to be one of the hardest working netballers going around. I follow him on Facebook, and he's always seemed to be on the training paddock or working with Perth Orioles or, you know, Perth. That's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
So the Perth teams, you know,
West Coast Fever.
That's him. So, and he works very hard at his game, and he's improved every year I see him. He seems to be that little bit better.
Yeah, and I reckon every year he looks fitter and fitter as well. Just obviously working hard on his strength and conditioning, and he probably gets a good opportunity to train with the girls at Fever and have those facilities as well. So it's great for the sport. It's great for him.
Very patient here, the Western Australian side. Dent for, oh, great pass.
Nice ball. Yeah, the Vics had just set up a bit of a box or zone defence then, and just a great touch pass from Dent. Just got up and over it.
Quick release there.
Yeah.
Makes it 9-7 to the West.
It's a nice strong balk. Shifted the defenders.
Oh,
and
Dent.
a front cut.
Beautiful.
See that all game. And another long shot.
I talk about Brodie Roberts' shot as one of the best I've seen. Dent's got a pretty good technique himself.
If I was picking a technique, I'd prefer Stewie Dent's. And some good defensive pressure here from WA and force that turnover.
Long ball from Punchin. No need. Has a word to Jamison there. Jeez, if I get this through and the margin before.
Yeah, it kind of crept up on us, hasn't it, this lead, just off the back of a couple of turnovers from WA.
Loose pass there. McPherson not happy.
Just needed to run his feet to the ball, kind of just stood still and waited waited for it to come and just allowed the defender room to come through.
Well, a clash of bodies there. Simmons on. Looks like it's Ferguson. He's going straight to the bench. Unfortunately, he'll have to come off under this new, well, not new rule anymore, but this substitution rule. He seems to be in a bit of distress.
Yeah, maybe just
Is it a finger or a shoulder?
it looks like a bit of an upper body. Maybe a shoulder, left shoulder it looks like.
Gone straight to the trainers.
And nice footwork.
So the change has been made. Burton's come on at winger defence for Ferguson, who's injured. They'll try and get an update. They are tending to him now. It looks like it could be a shoulder injury. You're right, upper body. Might be a slight dislocation. It was pretty innocuous, wasn't it? Just a clash of bodies. Wasn't even a hard clash.
Just looked like a bit of a jar, so maybe it's just a bit of a just one of those ones that like a stinger of an ankle, and hopefully he'll be back out there.
Fingers crossed, because he was doing a fair job on Simmons.
Yeah, and that's a nice drive by Dylan McPherson. Really just took them on and drew the contact from Will Jamieson, and now he's in prime feeding position.
Punching's out of play. Obstruction call, I believe. Dent, nice work. Gilbert under the ring, makes no mistake. And there's that 4-goal margin we're talking.
Yeah, and that's what happens. He's hit those couple of long bombs, so then the defence just slightly lessens on the goaler-to-goaler pass, and he was able to connect to Gilbert for an easy goaler-goaler.
Great take by Gilbert. There's that athleticism we're talking about. The margin, Gilbert hasn't missed a shot yet. He's 6 from 6.
And nice rebound. Just perfect timing, flight of the ball, went up strong hands.
The 7th from Gilbert makes the margin up to 6, 13-7. Sorry, 12-7, margin 5. If I could read, I'd be good.
Just become a little hesitant down in this Vic end. Getting a little bit too wide and no one really cutting back strongly to the ball. It's a strong rebound by Brodie Roberts in there, the smallest player in there, but he can still jump.
Been playing the game forever, Brodie Roberts.
Yeah, no, he's the perfect pathway kid for us, for Victoria. He's played 17s as a little 14-year-old. Remember looking at him and going, how's that boy out there? He's so tiny, but just loves the sport. He's also a very strong umpire, has been to nationals for the girls, and he's also umpiring in the ANL, Australian Netball League competition as well, so just loves the sport.
Absolutely, giving back through his umpiring. Doyle looking to pass off. Finds punch and mistimed it. Margin's 5. I'm a little bit surprised at such a margin so early. Gilbert with his first miss gets his own boards, but no, taken off him by the umpire.
They've done this during the whole week, Victoria. They've haven't started the best in probably in all of their matches, albeit for maybe the first game against Queensland when they just rocketed out into a lead. And then they've got themselves back into the contest during the second quarter. So they're going to have to do it again today if they want to get back into this match.
So, turnover again to the Vics. Out of court, gives it to WA, moving the ball quickly through the mid-third onto Hurd. Finds Dent into Gilbert. Clock winding down. We're inside the last minute. No contact call. Ooh. McPherson, not happy. He's having a chat to the umpire. And he's going to get himself a warning here, I feel. He did. Little caution on the run.
He should know better than that. You're not going to change the umpire's mind. Just play the whistle, get on with it. Try to win the ball back for your team. And exactly what Gilbert's just done.
Gilbert with a chance. Makes no mistake. There's a goal count.
It counts.
It does count. Yes. Well, Gilbert gets his own turnover, makes the score. Margin is 5, 13-8. Great first quarter, Guy Keane. Your thoughts?
Yeah, look, great first quarter out there. Kind of what I maybe expected in terms of WA coming off a big win last night, and their ball speed was pretty good. Vic's just basic errors down in their attack end, letting them down.
Excellent. Will there be changes? Will there not? We will reveal all after these short messages.
Sally is your local netball administrator. She receives daily messages from her umpires on her phone and Facebook. Mary just messaged, and Craig, Sam and Jane. Struggling with managing umpire rosters like Sally? The Time Umpire software allows you to take control with ease. Check out timeumpire.com.au.
Welcome back to AMNA Championships for 2019, coming to you live from the Casey Stadium in Melbourne. My name is Dave Mills. I'm joined in commentary by Guy Keane, Sonic's superstar. Guy, we're watching a men's match between Victoria and Western Australia. It's first versus fourth. You wouldn't know it judging by the scoreline, with the Western Australians, who are in fourth on the ladder, 14-8 leaders at quarter time. Yeah,
look, and it's so great for our sport. The top four teams of WA, New South Wales, Queensland and Victoria, I feel like any given day, whichever team rocks up and play well on the day will beat either of those teams. So coming to the halfway point and the end of this week, I'm really excited for the men's competition this year.
It seems to be getting stronger every year I'm here.
Yep. And it's definitely, we're used to seeing Queensland and Victoria and New South Wales being up there, and I'm just really impressed with WA. They've obviously been working really hard back there in the West, and even South Australia. They've really performed really strongly the last couple of years, and yes, they haven't had a win, but they've definitely drawn the margins a lot closer, and have been putting out some good netball.
Well, let's not forget, only a few years ago they weren't with us.
Yep.
We've only just been able to get them back into the competition, I think 5 years ago now, and they were not good 5 years ago. That's not an unfair statement.
Yep.
And now they're here knocking off the big guns.
Yeah, so. And all credit to Steve McInnes and his committee over there that have worked really hard in terms of putting some good programs out, and their M League is an all year round competition. So
yep.
They've got lots of opportunities to practice, and I know they get opportunities to play against the Thunderbirds, and
yep.
So that's always going to help develop their game as well.
Yes, the South Australians working hard, as are the WA team here. We're leading by 6. McPherson to get us underway. Second quarter is underway. Exciting times, 14-8 here to the Thunder side. Any changes you can see?
Doesn't look like it. Looks like they've both chosen to go with their settled lineups, which is probably a smart move, just to let them settle into the game.
So the shooting stats for the first quarter there. Dent, as he makes that one, he shot 5 out of 7. Gilbard 9 out of 10. O'Willy 6 from 6, and Brody Roberts 2 from 3. So high percentages.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see Brody come into the game just a little bit more in terms of taking a bit more of responsibility in that goaling. And he's really a senior player now, vice captain of the team, and just to take a bit of that pressure off Desmond O'Willy.
Excellent. So Punchin did well there, gets the intercept.
Yeah, just good hands over pressure. Just forced that ball into hands, did Dent.
WA working hard in the D. Got an opportunity to get a big scalp tonight. That'll be 2 in a row for them, so they don't want to let this one slip.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, just a little bit clunky in the attack end for Victoria. They're kind of all running at the one time, or all stationary at the one time. Just need to have a bit more of a balance with that. Nice double play with Doyle and Roberts, and he finishes off well.
So the margin's 4. Vic centre next. Margin's 5, sorry. The scoreboard's very quick.
Nice front cut by Matty Doyle, and nice ball. He actually has really fed O'Willy well over the last week.
Now the margin's 4, 15-11. Vics have come out firing. So you've been part of the Victorian setup. What does the coach say during breaks like this when you're down by 6?
Look, Christina would have been quite, calm and controlled, but would have been very matter-of-fact, and just giving them some specific things to, just to remind them, all things that they've probably discussed back in the hotel beforehand and pre-game. But I would say that she's just probably asking a little bit more defensive pressure and just a little bit more connections in that attack end. She's just had a bit of a offside, I believe, or maybe...
Yeah, offside, it looks like.
Yep.
I think Simons went offside. So it's well known that Victoria probably prepare for a game better than any other state. So the guys would go up this morning. What's the routine?
Yeah, look, they would have gone for a bit of a nice early morning walk, as Christina makes us do every year, just to get the body moving and a bit of a stretch. Great intercept by Tim Melmo then. And look, they would have just nice and relaxed, had a bit of a team meeting, got into their units, had a bit of a chat about the game, and then come along and get ready for a big game, because this is a big game.
This really is.
The winner of this has a really good opportunity to finish in the top 2. And we know from experience and past years, if you make that top 2 and get a chance to go straight through to the grand final, it can be very... can be to your advantage. You get a bit of a rest night.
Didn't work 4 years ago.
No.
Just saying. So
that was some great coaching by us. Sorry, Millsy.
Stick the knife in, brother. So, Dent with the long bomb, moving on.
Shot.
Makes the margin 5, 17-12. So
just settled back into a nice contest again. Vic's got a bit of a lead, and they just still feel like they're just, feeling each other out at the moment.
So Ferguson's still on at wing defence for the Thunder, and if you look over at the bench there, Burton is icing that left shoulder, so there is some sort of complaint there.
Other way around, Burton's on.
Oh, sorry.
Ferguson injured.
My apologies. Yeah,
That's
Ferguson's the injured one. Sorry, my apologies. And he looks like he's got the ice on the left shoulder, and he's holding it as if it is dislocated. I hope it isn't. Could be the end of his tournament.
Oh, nice strong take by Gilbard. Swings the ball out to McPhee. Tim, another one in the pocket.
Well read. He's got some elevation.
And watching their game last night against Queensland, they did use their pockets and their width of the court to their advantage. And Victoria, Christine's probably identified that, and it's good to see the Vics coming off the body and looking for those balls.
You'd have to say Christine is the best reader of a game probably here, with all due respect to all other coaches.
Yeah, look, she's and she's been so good for the men's game, and has just obviously had a massive hand in my netball career as both a player and as a coach now as well. So yeah, she reads the game very, very well, and just has an ability to be able to make you lift and rise when you're not sure that you've got anything else left in you.
So the margin's 5. We've played nearly 6 in the second quarter. WA hanging on to the lead they had at quarter time, as Desmond O'Willie makes the goal. 14-8 at quarter time. 18-14 now. Dent looks in, quick release. He doesn't mind the quick release.
He doesn't, but I think Tim Melmo showed that he's got some really good footwork going on in there, and he's contested that high ball really well. Didn't get the full intercept, but forced it out of court. Oh, nice timing.
Gilbard makes no mistake. And since you've stopped playing, have you moved to the coaching ranks?
Yeah, so I've been coaching while I've been playing for quite a while. So coached down in our state league with the Hawks Netball Club, which has an affiliation with the Hawthorn Football Club.
Excellent. That'd be good for facilities.
Yeah, so that's a great little partnership that we have going on there, and actually off to coach round 5 tonight. We have a match against Peninsula Waves out at the Waverley Netball Centre. So
excellent.
Yeah, lots going on in the netball world.
Of course, tonight we have some more men's games on. We're joined in commentary by Heath Brown, perhaps one of your Australian teammates from the earlier days.
Yep.
And of course, he was the Australian 23s coach for a long time. Gilbard with a miss.
A couple of missed goals there.
Hopefully they won't hurt the West.
Nice drive by Will Jamison. Opens up the other side of the court. Good vision down.
Lee Tarua was going to have a crack. And gets a hell ball. Daniel Rowe, the umpire this side, calls a held ball. So
And that just came off the back of Lee Telrua just, going real hard for that first ball and making Brodie change direction. And that's what it's about. It's sometimes not getting the intercept. It's forcing the team into an error.
beautiful play by Dent. Just drew the defence with him, opened it up for Gilbard.
I think he's got to go back to that. He's kind of just dropped away a little bit. It's just kind of hanging out. And when he gets in and gets the defender off, it's pretty to watch. So he's just sort of hanging. Let's see if he can get in the circle.
Slightly offside there by Jamieson. So the margin is 6. They score here. It's the biggest lead of the game for the West.
Oh, nice. Quick hands. They did that well last night as well.
There it is, 21-14, margin 7, biggest lead of the game, Western Australia. Surprising some people.
Just when you thought Victoria kind of had a bit of control in this quarter, just a couple of errors, it just shifts the game, and that's what the men's game is about. They can score so quickly.
Absolutely.
You're never out of it, but you've got to treasure that ball.
So Roberts makes sure of that, keeps the Vics hanging in there, down by 6. That was the margin at quarter time. Gilbert seems to have brought a ball distribution tricks to his repertoire this year.
Yeah, he does love an aggressive balk. That one just overcooked. Maybe just too aggressive with that one, but
straight into the crowd. Jenny Lewis wore that.
Well, I'd love to see Will just turn his shoulders, open up the vision to the court. I'm sure he wouldn't appreciate me saying that, but
He's driving sideways a lot today,
yeah,
which is not usually his game.
No, he normally does. The give and go really takes on that that transition and a step under the post. Does kind of come with the basketballers transitioning into netball sometimes, just that extra step.
Yeah, another loose pass. It was a nice setup by Gilbard.
Just become a little scrappy. It's just need to go back to doing the basics really well, having some good options to the ball, maybe keeping it short and sharp. Nice timing
drive.
out of the circle, and then, yeah, really nice.
That's Robert's bread and butter, isn't it?
It is, yeah, when he balks it to the pocket and then opened it up to the goaler. It was great timing up through the middle then by Brodie Roberts. And Desmond out of the circle. Does the safe option back.
Ran straight back in, didn't he? He's open and they find him.
And it was a great draw. That's what we want Stewie Dent down the other end to do, is just to get in that front position, draw the defenders off, and then open up to the big guy under the post.
I think sometimes goal attacks, if they feel if they're not getting a lot of ball, they're not doing their job. But
yeah,
if you open up the circle for your big shooter, coaches recognise that. Another loose pass there, run down by Hurd.
And there you go, the nice front sweep and nice mid to long range by Stu Dent.
So margin 5. We've got 4 to play in the second quarter.
That's a better drive by Simo, just to really take the defender on, draw the contact. Nice hands by Roberts into O'Willy. Finishes off with a layup.
So Vic starting to eat into this lead now.
Yeah, just another little momentum swing off the back of a couple of errors from WA, and like we said, it can turn so quickly.
If they get to turnover here, which they nearly did on a hell ball.
Much better defensive pressure. Everyone's on their player. They're doing their role. Nice swing.
Off the foot of Doyle, I believe. Should be a West throw-in, it is. Gilbert makes no mistake.
I'd be looking to try to shut that goaler down, particularly when Dent's quite a long way out. He always tends to look for Jerome, so just got to stay active as a defender. Can't get flat-footed.
So in that situation, you want You want Dent to be taking the longer shot.
Yeah.
Hopefully he goes cold.
Put him under pressure.
Yep.
To hit every one of those shots.
Oh, Dent not quite in the goal third there. Incorrect centre pass. That could be costly. They got a chance here to tie it up. Or at least get it to 2. Now he's trying too hard, Dent.
Yeah. There's the space. There it is. Good. Let's balance the court. Oh, nice timing, Brodie Roberts. And a goal assist from the big fella. He'll love that.
Didn't think I'd see that. But an excellent pass. Hit him in the chest. The Vic's on a roll here.
And again, out. Oh, didn't use him.
It was 7 the lead to the West just a short time ago.
That was a better cover by Lee Tuura. And that's forced the error, an extra pass.
So he's working hard, Lee Tuura. He's not getting a lot of ball, but he's creating mistakes.
Yeah, look, and that's probably the role of a goal defence, really, is that you want them to, you know, do that work out in front and allow the goalkeeper to come and get an intercept. He's a good young talent that's come up through WA as well. It's good to see him out there.
So Vic's currently leading the quarter by 2.
And great triangles and well finished off.
Excellent shot there by Gilbard. He's 9 from 9 for this quarter. And really he's starting to come out quite regularly.
Wasn't technically the best hold, but it's effective.
He's got such a big body, it doesn't have to be perfect.
No.
So, and that's his 10th for the quarter. 10 from 10, yeah?
Yep, 10 from
Excellent.
10.
And Gilbard's on 8 from 9.
Vics are going at 100% this quarter. And a nice defensive pressure from Simo. He does that quite well. I reckon just about every game he would get some sort of intercept or some sort of deflection in the centre third. Win the ball back for his team. Great triangles and connects to Brodie Roberts. He finishes strongly.
Excellent. So it's 25-22. We're inside the last minute. Vic centre.
That's the netball that I love to see. When we use the ball speed, use our triangles in attack.
Roberts, great feed. Makes no mistake. Desmond been much more effective this quarter.
Yeah, it has been, and I think probably the best game I've seen him play all week, and it's just he's playing his role. He's in the circle, letting the ball do the work to him, but then also coming out when needed.
Excellent. So that goal should count. It does. On the buzzer, Jerome Gilbard, 26-23 to the West. That made that quarter Western Australia 12, 15 to Victoria. They cut the margin by 3. Pretty exciting second quarter, Guy Keane.
Yeah, it was great. Vic's got out to a quick lead and then WA fought back, and yeah, well done to Victoria for bridging that gap back to 3 goals. So probably exactly how I expected it to play out at the moment.
So we'll probably see some changes. What they will be determined in the next few minutes after we return from these breaks.
Sally is your local netball administrator. She receives daily messages from her umpires on her phone and Facebook. Mary just messaged, and Craig, Sam and Jane. Struggling with managing umpire rosters like Sally? The Time Umpire software allows you to take control with ease. Check out timeumpire.com.au.